Hello, Cyprian here. So today I wanna tell you a story. Today is a story time. So I was discussing with the subscribers one of the hardest day I've ever had in my life. So let me tell you a little story. It was around 2024. It was date. It was 2024 and the 24th around June. It was Kenya was there was some demonstration regarding on finance. They were rejecting the financial bill that was presented to citizens. That like the Kenyan citizens were feeling that it was more hectic to be to citizens. So that day I was let's assume yes that day I was in Nairobi. Yeah, I was in Nairobi. It was around, the demonstration started around, it was 8 a.m. So I was in Nairobi, and according to the security, when there are some, according to the securities, when there are some demonstrations in the country, citizens, you are not supposed to be, African thing, you are not supposed to be outside. So you're supposed to be completely indoors. So that day, let me change the like this one, like this. Sorry. So that day I was in the house. I was a third year, so I was in the house in school, chilling, no school that day. So time went by 11 a.m. to, and it was around, let's say, around 8 p.m. So it was, I haven't ate the whole day. I had some milk in the house and some bread. So you can't eat only that the whole day. So what I did, you know, when I opened the window, I wanted to go outside and look for some food stuff. So when I opened the window, there were a lot of police officers outside, and I was like, I can't sleep hungry. So I just decided to take a risk. I decided to take a risk. So immediately I was living in the fourth floor. So I went downstairs out to the ground floor. Immediately I opened the door. The police officers start, there's some people who, the demonstrations are supposed to end about 6 p.m. But there are some people who riot until until, let's say, more like to 8 p.m. So the police station, the police officers were just putting some more tear gas everywhere. So immediately I stepped outside the gate. There was more police officers, more tear gas. So fire, like, it was just hectic. So instead of me going inside the apartment, I just continue I just went on with the rioters as we went. Yeah. So every sasa the police officers just put some strategic position, which was the main road. Even if you are going anywhere, you must pass there. Like, you must, even if you like it or not, you must pass there. So they were stationed there. So when you pass, they come put you handcuff in jail. So I wasn't ready for that, for sure. I wasn't ready. So what I did, there's some tunnels inside the roadside. I stayed there. We were a lot of people. So I stayed there for about from 8 to 9 p.m. to around 12:01. That's where we were told that the police I've already left. So that's when we decided to we decided to go to our respective houses and apartment. Then and then upon reaching my apartment, imagine the gates were closed. I was there. I had to call the caretaker or so the landlord so that they can open for me. Like, I believe in most of my hardest day. That was my hardest day ever. Guys, 2024, June 24th. That day is just a day that I will live to remember. By the way, this is the place I am. This is Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Agriculture and Technology. This is the place where I was placed on my internship program for 1 year. By the way, someone asked me, what life do I prefer? Like being on a village life or urban or town life. Like for me, I always prefer being like anyway. I'm flexible. I can adapt with village life. I can also adapt with town, with city life. But mostly I always prefer city life. Let's put it at 60 for city life. Let's put it at 60, and for village life 40. But I'm not saying that village life is that is bad or anything. Village life is very, 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 very fine, by the way. Very fine. See the sun. Yeah, village life is very fine. For example, I've studied in Nairobi. That's the capital of Kenya, and a place for the internship I've placed in this university, which is it's in the interior of Kenya. Just a very random village in the country called Bondo. By the way, this place, there's some prominent people who comes from here. For example, Mr. Barack Obama. This is the village. The this is the village where he was born. The president of, is it 44th president, or Barack Obama of the United States of America. This is the place that he was born. Yeah, and even the great Raila Amolo Odinga. Yeah, the former Prime Minister of Kenya. Here is where he was born, but he was laid at around 5 kilometers from here at Kango Jaramogi. That's where he was laid to rest. And yeah, and a lot of people. And another thing was what's the thing that I will tell the younger self of me. Like, life is very hard. Like, life is very, very hard. Guy, I never when we were in primary school, that ambition, high school ambition, I will finish school. After finishing school, I will get employed. Yes, things like that. Like you prepared yourself mentally, plus and our teachers and our parents always told us, if you study, you'll get a good job. You'll get you'll get employed, have a good life. Yeah, that was young us. Now we are semi-adult, because me, I'm not an adult. I'm only 22. I'm only 23. Yeah, we are semi-adult. We are not adult, but what we are seeing here is not that promising. Life is hard. You have to work. yeah, you have to work hard. No one no one has guaranteed you that he will employ you at the end of the day. You just have to work hard. Or if you like it or not, you will work hard. Yeah. Yeah. And like what I think right now, when our children are growing right now, let us just tell them the truth. Let them know. Let them know things are hard, instead of instead of instead of just giving them false hope. hmm? Education will you after like let's tell them the only thing that education will help them is just remove it, that literacy. Even in my country, let's say out of 100% of the people who are who have learned, graduated, and have degrees, diploma, PhD, and masters. Let's say only 10 to 20, let's even not 20, 10 to 15%. They are only people who are employed, and still people are in schools, huh, spreading false hope, employment. I think the only thing that we can do is just give coming up with the strategies that can help can help the youths and young people to get more, like how they can get themselves involved in the thing that can make them quote things, not illegal, legal, that can make them get even self-employment, yeah, and all those sort of things. But lying to ourselves that we will be helped by the government to get employment, that's a very, very big lie. Otherwise, guys, this is my this is my place. And we agree with a lot of things, and we disagree. By the way, watch this video. Hear a little bit of my story, how things went about me. Yeah. And I think you'll enjoy the video. Yes, guys. I will be giving you a story on why I why I why it happened that I opened my YouTube channel. Tell you everything, and just subscribe, notification, hit the notification button, and let's start from there. I love you guys. I love you. I really appreciate your support, and I really, really love you guys. Adios. Peace.